Good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank the person who put this programming together today because they used a picture of me that's almost 20 years old. So my head is a little slimmer, so thank you for that. So welcome to the Homecoming and Family Weekend and Celebration of Otterbein Awards. It's wonderful to be here tonight to celebrate with the Otterbein community, including President Comerford, my fellow Board of Trustee members, fellow alumni, donors, faculty, staff, friends, and families. Thank you for being here tonight. The Otterbein Alumni Awards program is a long-standing tradition dating back to 1950. Mathematics professor Benjamin Curtis Glover was proudly named the first honorary alumnus. In 1951, the Distinguished Alumni Award was first presented to Edgar Wineland, class of 1891. For more than 70 years, alumni and friends of Otterbein have been recognized annually for their many contributions to their professions, their community, and their direct service to the Otterbein campus. The awards program has a proud and rich tradition at Otterbein, and we are pleased to highlight the outstanding individuals joining this distinguished network. When recognized this evening, the honorees will be given a brief introduction before receiving their award from President Comerford. Thank you again for joining us this evening, and on behalf of the Otterbein Board of Trustees, congratulations to all of our honorees. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Holly Sheets McFarland, a member of the class of 1978 and the current chair of the Alumni Council. Thank you.
All right, Holly. Great. Well, good evening. And on behalf of the Otterbein Alumni Council, thank you for being here to celebrate our accomplished honorees. Every year, members of the Alumni Council take great pride in reviewing and selecting exceptional alumni and friends who are being recognized tonight. Our first recipients tonight will be receiving the Otterbein Rising Star Award. This award recognizes accomplished alumni that received their degree within the last 15 years. An outline of the further criterion can be viewed in your program. So, honorees, as I call your name, please come up to the stage. And we're asking everyone to hold your applause until our honoree receives their award. Okay, so our first rising star is Rebecca A. Carter. Okay, a member of the class of 2015, Rebecca was a double major in both environmental science and visual communication. Her years at Otterbein saw her busy on the lacrosse field as a varsity member of the very first women's team, active in Greek life as a member of Theta Nu sorority, presenting several showings of her artwork, interning with the Ohio Department of Transportation's Department of Environmental Policy, and working as a teaching assistant. According to her nominator, Rebecca embodied the model of an engaged student. After graduating from Otterbein with top academic honors, Rebecca earned her PhD from the University of Notre Dame in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering and Earth Sciences. During her graduate studies, Rebecca studied nuclear forensics and had the opportunity to work in 2 national security internships at the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory in Washington. While at Notre Dame, she also served as a graduate research assistant and has presented her findings at numerous conferences. Now living in South Carolina, Rebecca is currently a senior scientist at the Savannah River National Laboratory. She works with scientists and engineers to conduct research in the nuclear waste field, benefiting national security and the mission of the U.S. Department of Energy. Rebecca continues to publish and present in her field. Since her time at Otterbein, Rebecca has continually acted as a mentor for Otterbein students, coming back to campus regularly to present to classes about her experiences and to assist students in career and graduate school decisions. She truly exemplifies what it means to be an Otterbein ambassador. Please join me in congratulating Rebecca for being recognized as an Otterbein Rising Star. Great. Our next rising star is Amanda Dakermanji. Congratulations. Amanda is a member of the class of 2014, and she came to Otterbein as a first-generation college student. With a major in psychology, she decided early in her college career that she wanted to be a researcher. While at Otterbein, Amanda's dedication resulted in not only academic excellence, but also an impressive list of accomplishments, all while working as a teaching assistant and research and lab coordinator for the university. Amanda earned her PhD in experimental psychology from Kent State University, and a National Science Foundation postdoctoral fellowship allowed her to continue her work on learning, memory, and metacognition at Duke University. Amanda migrated to the gaming industry, where she applied her extensive research first as a contractor with Epic Games and then with Ubisoft. From there, she moved into a full-time position at the New York Times as a senior researcher with their audience insight team, for which she helped lead the analysis and the development of Wordle, Spelling Bee, and the New York Times crossword puzzle app. Yeah. So if you haven't played these games yet, they are a fun challenge. I encourage you all. A year later, Amanda was actively recruited as a senior research scientist by Netflix, where she currently brings her scientific acumen to the company's new games division. Outside of work, Amanda stays busy as a founding member of the advisory board for the gaming design, development, and innovation program at Duke, a brand new master's program for students intending to enter the gaming industry. She also frequently serves as a mentor to undergrad, graduate, and postdoctoral students. Her nominator praised Amanda by sharing, "I have never met a student with the drive, determination, curiosity, intellectual courage, and a sense of excitement that Amanda brought with her to Otterbein, and that still characterizes her work and mine today." Please join me in congratulating Amanda on being recognized as an Otterbein Rising Star. Our next rising star is Ashley Thornton Kraus. Great. Ashley is a member of the class of 2017. With her degree in public health with a minor in psychology, Ashley served as the lead coordinator in establishing a chapter of Eta Sigma Gamma, a public health education honorary, during her time at Otterbein. She was also a member of the EKT sorority, Alpha Lambda Delta, and Phi Eta Sigma. After graduation, Ashley went on to earn her master's in public health with a concentration in health policy management from Kent State University, while also working in her profession. She became a certified health education specialist and worked at Licking County Health Department as a health educator. During her time at Licking County, Ashley served primarily as the drug overdose prevention coordinator, working to decrease drug overdose deaths in the county. From there, Ashley became a public health consultant at the Ohio Department of Children and Youth, where she worked as the home visiting continuous quality improvement coordinator, supporting pregnant women and parents with young children. In March of this year, Ashley transitioned to the Ohio Department of Health, where she currently serves as the diabetes program consultant for the state. At Otterbein, the Ashley Thornton Leadership Award was created to acknowledge the hard work and dedication put forth by Ashley in obtaining an Eta Sigma Gamma chapter on Otterbein's campus. This award is given once a year to a student who demonstrates leadership, excellence, and a pride in the public health education major. Her nominator says of Ashley that she continues to demonstrate leadership and professional success as she moves up in her career. No one to sit still, Ashley has worked on both state and national projects and has been active in the Society for Public Health Education Ohio chapter and the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Congratulations, Ashley, on being recognized as an Otterbein Rising Star. And our final 2024 Rising Star is Erin Reinhardt. Congratulations. Erin is another outstanding member of the class of 2014, a double major in journalism and media communication. Erin could be found in the communications department either on WOBN radio, WOCC TV, or Otterbein TV while on campus. After graduation, Erin has gone on to garner more than a decade of experience in live sports television, working as a live sports producer and EVS operator. So you may be asking, what is that? Well, if you have ever watched a live sporting event or a broadcast, and that spectacular or questionable play needs to be replayed, well, this highly skilled field is Erin's specialty. So during his career, Erin has worked at many different sporting events as a replay operator, including for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Columbus Clippers, the Columbus Crew, the Ohio State University, the Cincinnati Reds, the Cleveland Guardians, and the Cleveland Browns. His work has also included Stanley Cup Finals, Super Bowls, and World Series in recent years. Aaron has had the opportunity to travel the globe, including in 2018 to France and Saudi Arabia, where he worked on the Drone Racing League and the track and field events of the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, which also garnered the team a Sports Emmy Award. Currently, Aaron is producing Major League Soccer matches with Apple TV and Ohio football and basketball championships with Spectrum News. His nominator says, Aaron has earned respect amongst his peers as a leader in whatever role he undertakes. He has set the standard, and it is known that you can depend on Aaron to go above and beyond the job. He continues to think in innovative ways and always goes back to his Otterbein network to build others up and help them succeed. Congratulations, Aaron, for your recognition as an Otterbein Rising Star. Well, congratulations again to all of our rising stars. Yeah. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the Executive Director of Engagement, Dana Madden Vieta, an alumni from the class of 1996, who will present our next awards.
Thank you, Holly. Good evening. Congratulations. All of our amazing rising stars and awardees tonight. Our second award category is the Otterbein Alumni Award. This award recognizes accomplished alumni that received their degree 16 or more years ago. An ideal candidate's qualities can be seen in your program tonight. And I am pleased to recognize two outstanding alumni who are with us today. Tonight's first recipient of the Otterbein Alumni Award is Melissa Briggs Phillips, class of 1995. Please join me on stage. Thank you. Congratulations. Melissa earned her degree in psychology and sociology from Otterbein, and during her time here was elected department representative to the Student Senate, received a Servant Leader Award, Outstanding Community Service Award, and was an endowed scholar. After graduation, Melissa earned her master's in clinical psychology from Ball State University and her PhD in counseling psychology from the University of Akron. After completing her PhD, Melissa worked in a variety of leadership roles, including positions as director of the Women's Health and Empowerment Project at Kent State University, director of research resources at the Ohio State University Medical Center, executive director of the International Poverty Solutions Collaborative for OSU's Office of Academic Affairs, and interim chief of staff for the Office of Research for the Wexner Medical Center. But nothing captures Melissa's heart more than empowering and assisting others. In 2012, Melissa made the leap to clinical practice and organizational consulting full-time, and in January of 2015, opened Next Generation Behavioral Health, serving the Columbus area with a singular mission to provide exceptional mental and behavioral health services to individuals, couples, and companies. In addition to maintaining her practice, she recently joined Mindset Integrative Ketamine Care in Upper Arlington as the psychologist in residence and managing director of psychological services. Melissa is a self-described ruthless optimist. I love that. She has worked with trauma survivors for more than 20 years and has integrated the inspirational lessons she has learned from survivors into many aspects of her work. Having enjoyed her many stints as an adjunct professor and discovered a love for teaching, Melissa has been a keynote speaker across all fields of business industries, spanning from small businesses and major corporations throughout the U.S. She has also received numerous awards and recognition in her field over the years and has countless academic presentations and publications to her name. A determined advocate for women's rights and trauma survivors, Melissa's volunteer endeavors in the community are many, including serving on the advisory board of Passport to Fashion and Vista, and having served the Heart of the City Foundation, Local Matters, and Women for Economic Leadership and Development. Speaking to the impact Melissa has made, especially during the pandemic, her nominator says, "Dr. Melissa Briggs Phyllis is the voice our world and community needs now, speaking truths in digestible bites, allowing for compassion, encouraging accountability and growth, and teaching the lessons to behave forward. She is a true credit to her alma mater and the psychology profession, and we are privileged to honor Melissa tonight with this Otterbein Alumni Award. Congratulations, Melissa. Our second Otterbein Alumni Award this evening is James E. Prysock III. James is a two-time alumnus, earning degrees from Otterbein in 2009 and 2019. During his years on campus, James was active in Host and Tour, Men of Vision, Ubuntu Mentoring Program, Alumni Relations, Student Government, and served as the Vice President of the African American Leadership Organization. James graduated with a sport management degree with a minor in business administration and later received his master's in business administration from Otterbein. After graduation, James worked with Columbus Public Health before returning to his alma mater in 2012. He began an accomplished career at Otterbein, first serving as the Assistant Director of the Office of Diversity. That office, with James's help and leadership, transitioned into the Office of Social Justice and Activism, and he served as the director of that office for 6 years before taking a position with American Electric Power in Columbus as a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant. Recently, James accepted a new position as the Senior Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Manager for Bath & Body Works. His career and special interests have garnered him experience in business consulting, event planning, teaching, addressing climate needs, increasing engagement, driving service initiatives, advising and branding organizations and graphic design. He even owns his own freelance company called JP3 Creations. Where does he find the time? His nominator praised James's professionalism by saying, James is a highly skilled educator equipped with diverse professional experience, ranging from diversity, equity, and inclusion consulting to entrepreneurship and nonprofit organizations. He is an inclusive leader who is skilled in making impactful connections with cultural and emotional intelligence in the work environment and in our community. In giving back, James has been a part of Visit Westerville, the Westerville Community Event Planning Committee, We Rise for Greater Westerville, and has also been a member of the Ohio Diversity Council Advisory Board since 2021. He also enjoys working with youth as well by volunteering as a board member for ICE Mentors, which stands for Image, Character, and Etiquette, a mentoring and empowerment organization that provides youth with practical lessons and positive examples of how to navigate life. Counting a wide variety of public presentations and numerous awards to his credit, including the Martin Luther King Jr. Alston Community Member Award from the City of Westerville, James is an outstanding member of the Otterbein community, and we are so honored to recognize his efforts with this Otterbein Alumni Award. Congratulations, James. The Distinguished Alumni Award represents the most prestigious award presented by the Otterbein community. The award was established by the alumni community in 1951 to honor graduates of Otterbein University who have achieved national or international prominence in their chosen career and have made a significant contribution to their profession, community, and the lives of others. Our first recipient of the Otterbein Distinguished Alumni Award for 2024 is Dee Hody. Dee Hody is a member of the class of 1974 and graduated from Otterbein's Department of Theater and Dance and was very active while on campus as a president of Sigma Alpha Tau sorority, a member of the Judicial Council, Opus Zero, and of course, countless theater roles, both during the academic year and in Otterbein's summer theater program. After graduation, she had apprenticeships with both the Cleveland Playhouse Repertory Company and the Great Lakes Shakespeare Festival. A little known fact about Dee is that when she moved to New York City in 1977, we found this out, she got a job selling cosmetics at Bergdorf Goodman. Her boss let her take extended lunches to go on auditions. And after less than 2 years in New York, she made her Broadway debut. Her impressive career, which spans 50 years of starring in productions on Broadway and across the country, has made her one of the most honored and recognizable graduates from Otterbein's theater program. An outstanding achievement for any actor, Dee has earned 3 Tony Award nominations for her starring roles in The Will Rogers Follies, The Best Little Whorehouse Goes Public, and Footloose. She starred on Broadway and in 8 major U.S. cities as Donna Sheridan in Mamma Mia, and as Mrs. McAfee in the Roundabout Theater Company's revival of Bye Bye Birdie. Other Broadway shows include Gigi, City of Angels, for which she received an Outer Critics Circle nomination, Me and My Girl, Big River, The 5 O'Clock Girl, and Shakespeare's Cabaret. She starred opposite Tommy Tune in the national tour of Dr. Dolittle and won a Joe Jefferson Award for playing Betty Blake in the first national tour of the Will Rogers Follies. In addition to her stage work, Dee has been seen in TV shows, including New Amsterdam, Law and Order, As the World Turns, and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Her movie credits include Harry and Walter Go to New York, the Will Rogers Follies, and age isn't everything. Even with a very busy career, over the years, Dee has always made time to be a force not only in the Broadway community, but she's also served in so many other ways. She has served as the Eastern Region Vice President for the Actors Equity Association and has been a member of the association since 1976. She's been heavily involved in Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS for years. And proud of her Otterbein degree, Dee has never hesitated to give back to her alma mater. This past spring, in fact, she shared her wisdom with our 2024 graduates as our commencement speaker. And she has given countless hours of service to our Otterbein students over the years. Many of her engagements across the country over the years have also included gatherings with Otterbein alumni. In 1997, Otterbein awarded Dee with an honorary Doctor of Arts degree. And that same year, she was inducted in the Hall of Excellence of the Ohio Foundation of Independent Colleges. Her nominator, fellow alumnus Randy Adams, had this to say about Dee. I have looked up to Dee from the first moment I met her at Otterbein when I was a freshman and she was a junior. I was blown away by her talent, but I was even more impressed by the kind, funny, generous, and welcoming person that I now call my friend. He sends his regrets that he could not be here. For all the ways that you have achieved excellence in your craft, been an ambassador for Otterbein, and have mentored countless theatrical cardinals as they have flown the nest to New York, across the country, and around the world, we are so proud to present you with the Otterbein Distinguished Alumni Award. Congratulations, Dee. Our second recipient of the Otterbein Distinguished Alumni Award is Marcia Rice Scanlon, also a member of the class of 1974. As a speech communication and theater major, Marcia was busy on campus as a member of Sigma Alpha Tau sorority, Pan-Hellenic Council, College Senate, Pi Kappa Delta, the Women's Athletic Association, Modern Dance Club, Cap and Dagger, Torch and Key, Alpha Lambda Delta, O Squad, WOBN staff, and the campus programming board. That's a lot of stuff, Marcia. She wasn't busy at all. That zeal for service would continue as Marcia went on to earn her master's degree in college student personnel from Bowling Green State University. She headed south after that and worked as a paralegal for a firm in Florida. And moving up through the firm as a recruiter and then personnel director, Marcia came back to Ohio in 1991 to head the personnel operations for both the Columbus and Cleveland law offices of Hahn Lauser Park. In the late 90s, Marcia joined Nationwide Insurance as a human resource officer, rising to the position of Associate Vice President of Human Resources before retiring in 2018. Her nominator says of Marcia, her career demonstrates outstanding servant leadership, mentoring, and creative problem solving while in leadership administration. Her professional achievements exemplify Otterbein's vision of advancing the common good and the mission of educating the whole person while impacting our communities locally and globally. Marcia gave her time, talents, and commitments to Otterbein while serving on the Alumni Council from 2004 to 2011, and she has diligently served as a class agent for the class of 1974, as a Leadership Giving Society gift volunteer, and has served on various committees for Columbus alumni events, while also making time to speak to Otterbein students who are studying human resources. Marcia recently established the Rice Family Endowed Scholarship in Nursing to honor her grandfather, Earl Rice, and her father, Robert Rice. Marcia saw both grandparents and her parents experience cancer, and later she became a 2-time cancer survivor herself. Marcia's deep connection to the James Cancer Hospital endeared her to volunteer at the James, visiting patients in their rooms, training new volunteers at the hospital, and counseling newly diagnosed patients. She continues to impact countless lives touched by cancer with her kind, gentle, and courageous heart. As her nominator pointed out, Marcia lights up every room she steps in and leaves us all better individuals. For your community achievement, your leadership and citizenship, professional achievement, and long-standing service to Otterbein, it is a privilege to honor you, Marcia, with the Otterbein Distinguished Alumni Award. Congratulations. Coincidentally, one fun fact to share is that the class of 1974, which both Dee and Marcia are a part of, is celebrating their 50th Golden Reunion this year at homecoming. So congratulations. It's a big milestone. The Otterbein community is inspired by many individuals, some of whom did not attend classes here. The Honorary Alumni Award recognition was created in 1950 to honor those individuals who, though not graduates of Otterbein, have shown outstanding interest, commitment, and involvement in its life and activities. It is now my honor to recognize posthumously an incredible woman who holds a special place in the hearts of the entire Otterbein community. This year's recipient of the Otterbein Honorary Alumni Recognition goes to Dr. Christina Reynolds. As an undergraduate at Ohio University, Chris was a national collegiate champion in informative speaking and earned a Bachelor of Science in Communication degree. She earned her Master's in Communication at the University of New Mexico and was awarded her PhD in Rhetoric from the University of Minnesota. Chris was a lifelong educator, first at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire for 7 years, and then to our good fortune, she found Otterbein. Chris started in the communication department in September 1990 and served most recently as professor of communication and associate provost for faculty affairs. It was also my good fortune when I came to Otterbein in the fall of 1992 as a public relations major that Chris was my academic advisor. During her more than 3 decades at Otterbein, Chris provided leadership as the communication department chair, division chair, and senior year experience coordinator. She served tirelessly on countless committees, including the assessment committee, personnel committee, the founding senior year experience committee, immersive term task force, adult learners task force, and the academic affairs reorganization committee. Awarded as a master teacher, Chris supported teaching at Otterbein as a new faculty member, as a teaching partner, and a professional learning community facilitator through the Center for Teaching and Learning. She was a central leader in efforts to reorganize the Academic Affairs Division, providing consistent expectations and support for academic department chairs, implementing a new faculty compensation model, and redrafting sections of the faculty manual. Sadly, we lost Chris this past February. She will be remembered for many things, including her willingness and care, and also to help see the university through the pandemic's challenging days. But it was Chris's mentorship, support, and friendship to those around her that truly impacted the Otterbein community. It would be difficult to count the number of Otterbein faculty and staff that looked to Chris for advice, leadership, and her always firmly grounded perspectives. Not to mention the hundreds of students that she taught, mentored, transformed, and ushered into the real world. And that laugh, we can't forget to honor that contagious sense of humor, laugh, and joy that permeated her life, and her care and her genuine concern for others. Of the many memories left by hundreds of former students, this one seems to sum up the recurring theme among them all. Let me read to you what this 2016 graduate had to say. Dr. Reynolds was an incredibly kind-hearted woman who always went above and beyond for her students. She constantly challenged me to be the best communicator possible. She created a welcoming environment for all of her students and pushed them to think critically and challenge the world around them. I am forever grateful for her mentorship over the years and know that I have her to thank for helping to shape me during a very transitional time. Every student fortunate enough to have crossed paths with Dr. Reynolds underwent personal growth through the profound influence of her wisdom. Her impact on students and the community around us knows no bounds, and her legacy will be forever cherished within our quiet, peaceful village. Another former student shared, "A good teacher passes on their knowledge, but a great teacher sees potential and coaches their students to give more than they ever thought possible. You, Chris, were one of the greats." So with great affection, admiration, and deep appreciation, we award the 2024 Honorary Alumni Recognition to Dr. Chris Reynolds, and accepting today in her memory are her husband, John Reynolds, and sister-in-law and Otterbein alumna, Ash Reynolds Babbitt. Please join me on stage. Thank you, John and Ash, for being with us tonight. We are so happy you're here. Congratulations again to all of our Alumni Award honorees. We are so proud of your accomplishments and look forward to all your future successes. Let's give one more round of applause for all of our award winners. And now, please join me in welcoming President John Comerford to recognize the recipient of our university's highest honor, the Mary B. Thomas Commitment to Otterbein Award.
Thank you, Dana, and welcome everybody to this very special night. And I have the great honor of presenting the Mary B. Thomas Commitment to Otterbein Award, which was established by President Emerita Kathy Crendall and the University Board of Trustees to recognize extraordinary philanthropic leadership, service, and advancement to Otterbein's mission. It is the highest honor that Otterbein bestows upon its community members and honors Mary B. Thomas, a member of the class of 1928, whose own contributions to Otterbein made an immense impact through her volunteerism and philanthropic generosity. Those who are chosen to receive this prestigious award have elevated Otterbein with their transformational leadership and commitment. Their contributions of time, talent, and treasure provide significant and lasting change that positively impacts the university and its students, faculty, staff, and alumni. This year, we are pleased to honor the Austin E. Knowlton Foundation for Otterbein University's highest honor. The Austin E. Knowlton Foundation was established to promote the ideals of higher education, support student success, and enable colleges and universities to create more rewarding and inspiring educational experiences. Austin E. Knowlton, or his friends called him Dutch, was a pioneer, entrepreneur, and philanthropist whose profession was architecture and business, but whose passion was education and philanthropy. Before his passing in 2003, Mr. Knowlton owned and chaired the Knowlton Construction Company, which was started by his father in Bellefontaine, Ohio in 1937. Knowlton Construction was responsible for more than 600 major construction projects throughout the Ohio and the Midwest, including our very own Courtright Memorial Library right here at Otterbein. A 1927 graduate of Bellefontaine High School, Mr. Knowlton earned his architectural engineering degree from The Ohio State University in 1931. He was an avid sportsman with a 50-year interest in saddlebred horses and was a trustee of the Little Brown Jug Society for harness racing right up the road in Delaware, Ohio. Mr. Knowlton was also an original founding partner and board chair of the Cincinnati Bengals and held a major ownership interest in the Cincinnati Reds. He was a leading philanthropist during his lifetime, focusing on educational institutions, and he established scholarship endowments at over 25 colleges and universities and landmark buildings and programs across Ohio. Otterbein has been the recipient of the Foundation's generosity over the years in many ways. The Austin E. Knowlton Scholarship was established at Otterbein in 2005 with a gift from the Foundation as an endowment to provide scholarships for undergraduate students who are residents of Ohio, with a preference for first-year applicants interested in majoring in the STEM fields. In the last decade alone, the Knowlton Scholarship has provided 40 Otterbein students with scholarship assistance totaling more than $158,000. In 2012, made possible through a gift of $1.5 million, the Austin E. Knowlton Center for Equine Science was named. The center is home to all education and co-curricular equine programs and is a crown jewel for Otterbein. The impact of the Knowlton Center on Otterbein students, nationally acclaimed riding teams, and programs cannot be overstated. It has been a catalyst for Otterbein in distinguishing ourselves from peers in the collegiate equine landscape. The center also serves as an educational facility committed to service and the best practices in equine management techniques, and is open to the equine industry and greater community to learn and experience the industry firsthand. For their long history of generosity and support for Otterbein, and for a continued strong partnership dedicated to higher education and impacting countless Otterbein students, it is our pleasure to acknowledge and award the Austin E. Knowlton Foundation with the Mary B. Thomas Commitment to Otterbein Award for 2024. Accepting on behalf of the foundation is John Lindberg, President of the Austin E. Knowlton Foundation. John?
So everybody else who came up this evening was accepted an award because of what they have done in life. I'm accepting this truly on behalf of Mr. Knowlton. Mr. Knowlton was truly a good friend of my family's. If you notice, my last name is not the same as Mr. Knowlton's. I've been a trustee of the Knowlton Foundation for about 30 years. Mr. Knowlton's connection to Cincinnati was really when he was one of the original investors in the Cincinnati Bengals. And he and my father became very, very good friends starting back in the late 60s. And if I could describe my relation with Mr. Knowlton, he was sort of like my crazy uncle who was always at every family event from the late 60s until he passed. And he influenced me tremendously throughout my life. My background's in electrical engineering. I didn't do architecture, or his degree was when they had architecture and like structural engineering combined. But we both went to Ohio State, and we both had a passion for Ohio State, and Mr. Knowlton influenced me tremendously throughout my life. But thank you very much. Mr. Knowlton had a huge passion for horses. He had a farm that many of you know, probably up on that was up on old Olentangy River Road, which was Emerald Farms, and he bred saddle-bred horses for probably 50 years. And so he had a passion for horses, and so the Equine Center was like a perfect fit for, we've thought, for the Knowlton Foundation to support. So thank you very much.
I've just got to say, giving out these awards is a highlight of the year. You understand that those of us who get the privilege of working at Otterbein every day and learning at Otterbein, it's great. But it's also like a nose to the grindstone kind of thing. The faculty and staff that work here are working every day on syllabi and grading and committee agendas and budgets and all the stuff. And it is moments like this where we lift our head up and understand why we do it. Each and every one of you here that we recognize tonight are a model of why we do what we do at Otterbein. Because you're an alum that has gone on to do great things in the world and make this world a better place in our name. Because you're a supporter that gives us hope and encouragement when we need it to do the work that we do. You all are the models for why we do this important work every day. And so I want to thank you personally for being that for us and a reminder of the important work we do every day. Let's give it up one more time for all the awardees. And now Dana Vieta will bring it home.
Thank you, President Comerford, and Holly and Chair Harrell. Thank you for honoring all of our extraordinary alumni and friends. I'd like to remind everyone that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., President Comerford will share his State of the University address and conversation in Battelle Fine Arts Center, where he'll be highlighting all the new and exciting things happening at Otterbein. So I would encourage you all to make some time to join us tomorrow at 9 a.m. for that in Battelle. Then, of course, we have many other events happening tomorrow, including the homecoming parade, Otterfest, the football game, reunions, and so much more. So please make plans to be there. And with that, it's an Otterbein tradition to conclude this event with the singing of our alma mater song, the Otterbein Love Song. Written and composed over a century ago by alumnus Glenn Grable and his wife Celia. It's my pleasure to welcome the members of Otterbein's only student-run mixed a cappella group, Ottertuned, to lead us in singing the Otterbein Love Song. Thank you. The words to the love song are on the back side of everyone's programs. And I'd like to remind everyone that at the conclusion of the love song, if all the honorees would please join me here on stage, we're going to take a group photo, so please do that promptly after we're done. And then following the love song, we invite everyone to join us off to my left for our awards reception and enjoy some snacks and refreshments. And we just want to thank Ottertune for being here tonight and singing the Otterbein Love Song for us, so thank you.
She ever gives
Thank you so much, Ottertune. That was beautiful. And thank you all for being. Please join us for some refreshments, and congratulations again to our awardees.